Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Studio Sesh episode 5. I got the wonderful Goin Band surrounding me here. I got Jake, I got Jack, I got Brian, I got Zeke on drums. Welcome everyone. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves now. How we doing today? How we doing? That's good right
Great.
there.
Check.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and just go around and do a couple nice little introductions. Jake, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
I'm Jake. I am a Seattle-based musician. I've been playing for about 10 years now, and I write songs.
Awesome. Jack, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm on the bass, and I'm part of the band here.
Woo woo. All right, Zeke, you in your own world over there, but go ahead and tell us how you doing today.
Yo, what up? I'm Zeke. I'm on the drums. I play with these guys. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Brian, how we doing?
All right. I'm Brian. I play music. Lots and lots of music.
Awesome.
I play music for Jake
And
and the band.
how are Zeke and Jack related to you?
I don't know.
It's a big mystery. Yeah. It's almost like we're family or
That's
something.
my boy, and that's my boy.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
We're all family.
Except for Jake.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
We
okay.
got Jake, Jack, and Zeke.
In a way, aren't
Sounds
we all
related.
family?
We're all family.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Very much so.
Before we get started, I want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to our sound operator, Madeline and Fernando. These two here have been making the magic happen. First time in a long time we've actually done this. Folks, if you aren't aware, we used to do this pretty occasionally right here, kind of not, but more in Brian's basement right below us. I don't even know how we even made this happen. You know, these two just walked in, plugged stuff in, made things happen. And so huge shout out to these two, of course. Thank you all so much again. Today we got a lot of amazing stuff prepared for y'all. We're going to talk more about the band. We're going to talk with Jake and just get to know each other and, find out more about these wonderful artists we got here. But before that, let's go ahead and kick it off with our first song for the night. Back to you. It's all you guys.
All right.
In your room, what a magical place. In your mind, what a delightful maze. In your arms, make my romance. Throw back to times I wouldn't change. Last thing I do is forget your name. When I'm with you, there's no worry. 'Cause we knew our paths would meet. Back to you. In your eyes, I look to infinity. Yeah. In your heart, love's whole capacity. In your soul, a boundless being. These times I wouldn't change, no matter what glass we stain. When I'm with you, there's no worry. 'Cause we knew our paths would meet.
Awesome. Whew, man, folks, if you are not aware, a couple of songs we're about to hear tonight are actually a couple of songs that Jake has been playing for us for the past couple of episodes. So tonight, get ready to hear a lot of familiarity with a little bit of spice to it. Awesome. So thank you all so much. Wonderful job. But now let's get to know you a bit more. My first question for the night is where, for the band, when exactly did you all, start to come together? Where did this, band idea start to come from?
Who wants to start?
Jake should probably
Jake,
start with that.
yeah,
one.
yeah.
We started
All
over.
right, Jake.
Yeah, we started over in Franklin High School in Seattle, South Seattle, and I started doing the talent show events in school, and I met these guys when I first met Madeline because she was a sound tech, and she was helping me out with like the guitar and the sound and stuff, making me sound good and everything. And then I met Brian just passing by, and I've seen him play, and I was like amazed by his musical knowledge,
Mm.
and then I
Love that.
and yeah, then he brought his kids over, and Jack
Jack
Well,
didn't play yet.
didn't play yet,
Jack
I
wasn't a
don't
part of
think
it
so,
yet.
no.
He was too young.
but he
He's
was
still learning.
Yeah.
but he was like
But
9.
I heard him playing that last song. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah,
A little
Then-
bit extra.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Zeke was like, you're a +1, and
Oh, he is on the drums.
Yep.
and yeah, then we started jamming out.
Yeah, it was. We came together specifically because of his
Senior project.
Nice.
Mhm.
That was the big thing, and we were practicing throughout all of that, and then kind of, I don't remember exactly when, if it was immediately after or a little bit later, but then sort of he started coming around here more often, and then we started working on original music.
Mm.
Mhm.
So me and Jake would kind of, because he would come to me with songs, and I kind of make a drum part for it, and then we'd have a song and we could play it, and then sort of it all came together at that point.
Yeah.
So where did your, it's we can really hear the passion when you're playing. Where did you got the love for for playing the drums?
I don't know, man. I kind of, because I'm a drummer out of almost necessity, because my dad needed a drummer, so
I made him do it.
yeah, a little bit like that. But I've come into my own with it.
He's
I
my drummer.
I really enjoy it.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. When you're playing, is there someone that you inspire from the most?
You talking about drummers specifically? The drummers I like the most are really intense, very technical drummers.
Mm.
A lot of sort of progressive rock, very intense drummers. But I'd say that my favorite drummer is Bill Bruford from Yes, King Crimson. I think he was part of Genesis at one point. He's been in like a lot of progressive rock bands, but he's probably my favorite.
Nice. What about you, Jack?
Musicians that inspire me?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. The music that inspires me with bass is probably like kind of 40s big band stuff.
Mm.
I just like the feel of that, and I kind of want to capture that a little bit with my bass, but I don't think I have any specific bass players,
Right.
but I don't know, I do what my dad does.
I made him do it.
Very
So-
similar story to Zeke.
Yeah. Right. So Brian, it seems like you were really nice and amazing inspirational leader for your kids. What about you? Where does your inspiration come from?
My mom made me take piano lessons.
It runs in the family.
You rented the family. I love
I
that.
took 8 years piano lessons, and here's what you get.
Now I also
It was
know
hard.
I also know you do some teaching as well.
do.
In fact, you taught me a little bit back in Franklin.
Mhm.
Where does your passion come for teaching? Because it's always one thing to just be able to play really well and have a passion for it. It's another to be able to pass that along to the next generation?
That's probably more of my passion.
Mm,
Because just being able to help people kind of access the music they want to do
mm.
and see them succeed at that is really kind of my thing. Yeah, I actually enjoy that more than performing.
Yeah, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I want to just jump back into the song, back to you real quick. Jake, well, actually, who should I ask this question to? Whose idea was this song? Where's the origins of the song come from?
That's gotta be Jake.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
gotta
Big
be me.
Jake.
Yeah. So it's just one of those songs where you just write it in like 15 minutes, but it came out with just this riff, like that kind of thing, and I played that to Zeke one day, and Zeke was just like, okay, we could work with that, and then he came up with a really sick drum beat, like the start of it, like.
Zeke, can you go ahead and play a little bit of that for us?
Alright,
Oh, sure.
So it goes like.
I do a little intro here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So that was a start, and I was like, okay, we could work with it.
Nice.
And then that's I feel like when I start a song, it starts out with a melody or some sort of cool groove, and then I bounce off Zeke with the energy from his drum playing,
Love
and then
that.
that's how we kind of build a song, because it has a strong. The drums are pretty much the foundation of all the songs I write. So
Mm-hmm.
it starts. Yeah, it starts with Zeke and I usually.
Love that.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing right there. This is why Jake is my number one artist. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we should hear another song from y'all. So next up we got here is All My Life. This is another one of the songs that Jake has played for us before, but now we got a whole band. Ooh. Ooh. All right, y'all. So you guys, take it away.
All right. I've been flying, I've been searching. Everyone's got someone they're serving, but it's me, oh it's me. Oh, I've been searching for you. For you. It's you, I've been searching for you. We both know I tried, you know it's hard to come by, but now's the time, we've only got one, just one life. It's only a matter of time. Oh, just one call will turn on my lights. But it's me, oh it's me. I've been waiting and waiting for you. Ooh, for you. It's you, I've been waiting for you.
it's just the craziest thing. Your heart can gorgeously stay. And if your moments passed you by, well, I'll be waiting. And why? It's you. It's you. It's you. I've been waiting for you. For you. It's you. I've been waiting for all my
I am so glad Maddie muted my mic because I was so close to just jumping into that. You, I got it, man. I think I can be another part of the member of the band. What'd you think?
Hey, you got a mic.
I got a mic. I'm already halfway there.
Just belt it out.
Awesome. Well, before I want to talk about the process behind this song, you know, more technically speaking, but I want to quickly jump back. I missed this in my notes. We mentioned while we were talking that Jack didn't necessarily start out with the band, did we? It was start out with just Brian and Zeke. Where did Jack start to come into the picture?
Well,
Well,
they, I should say, you guys,
Okay.
Brian, Zeke, and Jake, they needed a bass player for the songs,
As all bands do.
as all bands do. So, just Dad told me, hey, play with this guy. I was like,
That's
okay.
it. I made him.
Yeah.
I should have figured. But in serious, Jake, come on, man.
Huh? Yeah, what?
You didn't think about asking me?
Playing
Come
the
on,
bass?
now. Bass. You know me. I got the fingers for it. Right? That's
Show
all
us
you
your
need.
mad skills, man.
Yeah. narrow.
I mean, we have a couple bases here. You can come on in.
Hey, all right. Let's chill.
2 basses are not good, though.
Yeah.
All depends.
Awesome.
very
Yeah.
hard.
So it seems like Jack, same thing like everyone else. You just kind of got looped into it on that. Pretty much, huh?
Yeah.
The
Awesome.
way I roll is if I have somebody around,
Mm-hmm.
I will teach them how to do it.
So I got to make
So
sure to stay out of your path.
If you weren't Jack and you happened to be around, I would have taught you how to do the bass.
Awesome. I'm glad I met you later on in life then. Awesome. Well, now let's talk about what song was this? All My Life. Haha. You see, I know my script. So what was the process like behind this song? Let me guess, Jake. Let me just. This was a 15-minute write the song. Yeah.
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 Exactly.
You see,
Exactly.
you've been on the show long enough. I know you were.
Uh-huh.
Which one is this?
All my life.
yeah.
Oh, the one we just did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started 15 minutes, but I pretty much got the inspiration through Brian because when I started hanging out here at the studio, there's just an abundance of music laying around, and there's just like music books like daily ukulele and a lot of classical that I don't play, but
Mendelssohn right there. Go ahead, Jack. Jake.
You see what I'm saying? It's your names are all so confusing.
it's 4-letter names.
And it's also
Showing my age.
Yeah, and I think we were just talking about older music like Frank Sinatra and like
A
50s like classic songs, and he introduced me to doo-wop, which it's pretty simple. You just have the 1 and the 6 minor, and then the 2 minor, and then the 5, and you just repeat it in a time signature of 6/8, and it's just beautiful. And so I just kind of just let this kind of like flow, and then I let the lyrics just come out like organically. And I mean, there's tweaking here and there, but usually the melody comes out with some sort of rhythm on the guitar for me.
Sorry, you said doo-wop, and I'm waiting for you to hear go all doo-wop, doo-wop, doo-wop. Okay.
Well,
Is it obvious I'm not a musician?
Well,
you can
it's-
actually do that in the song.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
So we missed
haven't
the
done it yet.
opportunity for me to join in to go doo-wop, doo-wop.
Yeah, you can do
Oh
that.
man.
I got to sit in y'all's rehearsals, man. Awesome. Well, I think we should hear the next song.
All right.
Next song is going to be Flying.
Ooh.
Hit it.
The world knows I'm stubborn and that I'm selfish too. But if you get to know me, you'd know I'd share a piece for you. Those days I'm blue, then I remember I hold a piece of you. You know. Nothing else seems to matter when I can just think of you. Nothing else seems to matter if I can just get a hint of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. Nothing else seems to matter when I can just think of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. The world knows I'm stubborn and that I'm selfish too. But if you get to know me, you know a piece of me's in you.
Awesome. Wonderful job. As always, yes, round of applause.
We applaud ourselves.
Awesome.
I like
Well,
that song. It's a good song.
we spent a lot of time talking about origins and where everyone came from. But I want to I want to talk a little bit about the big elephant in the room, the pandemic.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Last time, I think the last time we met, Maddie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last time we like did another live stream was like a month or two before the pandemic, or a while back.
No, we did it after the
we
pandemic.
did.
It was.
Yeah.
We did it during the pandemic.
Yeah, that's
What?
why we're all
Yeah.
holed up in the basement.
Damn,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we had.
Whoa!
we were
all,
crazy.
We had all.
We were going at it.
Yeah, we had all the time in the world. No one had anything to do.
Oh,
during
yeah.
the-
True.
That's true. True.
I think the
Jake
first-
was snowed in here one time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
for like
yeah.
That was
two
cool.
weeks or something.
That was in February.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
right.
Yeah.
that
That
was
was that was fun.
He was just hold up here.
Just stuck.
Just chilling.
nice. Yeah. I was quarantining.
Quarantine.
How many actually had COVID?
I had COVID.
Did
I
I?
didn't.
Yeah, I almost
I
had it
think-
twice.
We theorize you might have had Dad might have had COVID. Maybe
We don't know.
we don't know.
We don't know, but
We'll never
Maybe.
know.
we'll never
The
know.
world may never
Yeah.
know.
I think I actually had it before it hit.
What?
One of the first.
Yeah,
Because our next
Yeah.
door neighbor was one of the first.
Well, he was after me. So.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it was at the start, and like no one had tests or anything. Or
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
just
there
a
was
new
no
thing.
way to test
Yeah.
it.
But
was
if
like-
you were sick, it was like,
But
okay. you
Our
gotta-
neighbor is documented as one of the first ones in Seattle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Patient zero.
Wasn't patience? Oh, wait a
Could be,
second. Okay. All right. I don't want to get too.
It's all
deep
Dad's
into
fault.
Conspiracy.
I don't know.
this. We're about to have an all-out brawl now. But no. But for real, I guess. Well, okay. During the pandemic, after we kind of died down for a little bit, I just want to know, what were y'all up to during that time? Was anybody taking on any extra projects?
I know. I did for a bit.
What's up? Tell me about it.
So, right now, it's been a little bit more recent, but like right before we've been starting up Jake stuff again. I have a friend. He goes by the handle Bingo. Replace the I with an exclamation point. He's a musician. He makes a lot of music, but it's all like MIDI. It's all on Fruity Loops, and he wants to play it live, but it's kind of lame to just sing with the track. So I've been helping him and sort of adapting his stuff to a set. And just recently we had our first gig as a duo. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is maybe not the best time, but if you look up Bingo on all platforms,
No, we love to promote all artists.
exclamation point, BINGO.
Now you just gotta get him on the show now, and then we'll be good.
Honestly,
Bingo
that-
was his name.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So you took like computer recorded tracks and like
Yeah.
made them like made them your own. Wow, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
a lot of it is because the way he writes music is that if he needs like the the kick drum to be louder, he'll add another kick drum. So that's the kind of thing I'm like parsing through and be like, okay, what's possible to do here?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
that sounds like when I'm doing an event and the music's not loud enough. I just add more mics.
Yeah.
Add more mic.
That's how you know Maddie isn't there.
Right. Not exactly proper.
But yeah, but I've been working with him on that for past couple of months.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Hmm.
What's going on in everyone else's world?
So I teach private lessons, and when COVID hit, I had to teach on Zoom.
Mm.
So that was a huge deal. That being said, if you go to briangoin.com,
Sure, everybody just go plug your stuff. Okay, anybody else?
I'll teach you how to play too.
Jetcheck's got an Instagram.
I is completely separate from music. I've just been making Instagram videos. I'm at a hidden gem finder.
Hidden underscore gem
I think it's posted on the stream's Instagram.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
the
yeah.
show's Instagram. I should
Yeah, I'll
I'll link everything.
I'm
in
Yeah,
tagged
you
in
know
the-
what? Just find us on the socials and then you'll find them all. Don't worry. Anybody else got any other plugs before I miss anything else? Anybody that's not copyrighted.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway,
None of this copyrighted.
Jake, what did you do over COVID?
yeah, Jake.
Over COVID.
What did you
Oh,
do? Where'd you
well,
go?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
Let's
during
do
the
it
start,
everywhere.
we were all in here in the studio,
Mhm.
and then we I was volunteering to host an open mic, a virtual open mic
Oh
for the Black Dog Arts Cafe in Snoqualmie,
There's another
Washington.
plug.
Yeah, I'm plugging them in now, and
Black Dog.
yeah, because all the open mics in Seattle were all like closed and everything, and
Check
everyone
out our
was
Facebooks. We all have that recorded.
yeah, it's all on Facebook. You'll find us, and so everybody wanted an outlet, and I volunteered to host that open mic, and with the help of everybody here, like it was really nice to have a full band, sound tech and light tech and everything, and that was like it was pretty good for the first like 3 months. Then things started opening up again, or either people got tired of tuning in every night, which I get. Everyone has dinner around that time, and then it just kind of died down. And after that, I went on a like travel journey. So I visited Europe and Africa as of last year, and that consumed most of my time. And yeah, that was pretty much it up until now. And
Yeah, I mean, I just want to, pin the whole, artist supporting artist thing. The whole pandemic was an amazing time. It was a wonderful time for all of us. We definitely had a lot of fun with it and everything. But just the whole idea of, giving folks a platform, very amazing what we're doing. And hopefully, we'd love to keep doing that and continuing that. Awesome.
yeah, it's really nice. And coming back into this is like the first time we've played together, and like probably
It's
a year?
like a year.
It's been a year.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
It's
half.
been a year.
How you
It's-
feeling, Jake?
It's really nice. It's like it feels like I'm being grounded, like in a good, like not grounded, but like grounded,
Like
Like
planes
back
grounded.
on the ground.
like grounded down to earth, like
yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of grounded.
Yeah.
not
For
grounded in my
landing.
room. I didn't get in trouble, but it was just like
Oh,
it's really nice to
that's another way.
play with everyone and hear everyone's voices and being just back into this kind of rhythm.
Absolutely.
And it's I can't wait to keep doing this.
Yeah, I know, like, at the end of our last episode, me and you were like hanging out, and we were feeling this vibe of coming back, but we were like, something's missing, and you really did a great job taking the lead of like, we got to get the band back together. God, that feels weird saying low key, but
That's what you do when you're old, like me.
we got to get the band back together, man.
We're gonna have a reunion.
Yeah,
This is-
exactly. So where's the chips and dips and pizza, man? Come on now.
Pizza was yesterday.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Chips and dip.
I had a couple slices. That
There's
was
some
nice.
in the fridge.
Let's go. Know what I'm doing after this.
There's a Twin Peaks down the hill.
I had tocino
Tocino.
this morning.
Tocino.
I have some leftovers in the fridge that are really good.
Oh, tocino.
I ate those.
Love tocino. You ate my tocino?
You're
Oh my
just-
Wow,
gosh.
Jack ate it all.
Uh,
That was
It's
what-
all mine.
Nice,
Wonderful.
Jack.
um,
Yeah.
awesome. I think we're just about wrapping up soon. We're reaching our last song coming up.
Is it?
Is there?
Already.
Don't we have two more?
Oh, we
Yeah,
have
we have
two more.
Yeah, that's still
Two more.
close to
I
like
still
our
want to
close
do
to our end.
two more.
Yeah.
Well, after this song, we're going to talk a little bit about. I named this last topic of the episode "Passion versus Personal." So, get ready to get deep and
All right.
Oh, no.
vulnerable. Yeah, there you go. That's the word.
Vulnerable.
I'm scared.
I got to find a better way to phrase that, honestly. So yeah, next song we got is our song, which honestly I think will tie in very well if I know this song. Anyway,
You know this song.
band,
It's our song.
kick
It's our
out.
song.
Ah, I see what
It's
you did.
mine. It's yours.
It's
ours.
ours.
It's ours. Well,
All right, y'all
Are you
have
singing
fun.
this to me, Jake? 'Cause
it's about everyone. All right, let's do it. Whoa. Reverb. All right.
I hear you laughing by the river we used to walk. I hear you laughing by the river we used to walk. There we laid and smashed our clocks by the river rocks. There's no stone we left unturned. There's no stone we left unturned. And the ones we managed to climb still resonates in my mind. Our song, hear our sound. Our song, hear our sound. I'd live to see another day. I'd live to see another day. Oh yeah, I'd live to see another day to hear our favorite song.
Awesome.
That's a chill song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody? I gotta start asking these more often. But does anyone have anything they want to talk about? You know, their experience with this song per se. You know, anything that stood out to y'all?
I like the Christmas song you wrote.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is our song?
Our song. It's our favorite
Oh,
song.
this is a Christmas song, huh?
So then it's your
No,
song.
this is not a Christmas song.
No. I have one distinct memory because there's another song that we play that has a very similar beat, and I think the beats switched at one point.
What was it?
I don't remember. It's one that has a very similar, like, it's the same sort of thing you're doing on guitar. So I think I did a similar beat, and like it's very minutely different. And I think like as we were playing them like right next to each other, I just mixed them up, and I haven't fixed it.
Is it Out of This World? Oh,
It probably maybe. I think it might be that one.
maybe.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Because you know this. You know, when we were talking earlier about putting together the set list, we wanted something that was very diverse and was very poppy and very moody at the same time. And some of us folks who were at the table, really agree with this song. Jack, was there anything that comes to mind for you?
About the song.
Yeah,
This one?
yeah.
It feels very nice with the band.
Mm.
It feels like it is our song when we're playing it.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Ah.
My plan worked.
I like it because I can just mess around on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really seems like from an outside perspective, it's like one of those songs where, y'all can really just have fun with it. It's not very structured in a way where it's
Yeah.
restrictive. Awesome. So now let's talk more about your passion, everyone.
Oh yeah.
So what I want to do for this topic is I want to kind of go around and just kind of summarize what we talked about earlier today, and just want to dive in deep about how everyone's passion here for music ties into their personal lives. So I want to start with Jack. Everyone get ready. Starting with you, Jack, because we haven't heard much from you today. So you didn't exactly start out with the group per se. And I do know you also started out here with everyone pretty young. How did growing up here, surrounded by all this passion, all this music, affect you growing up? And that could be based on whatever aspect you want.
Well, I've always just grown up around music, so it's always been a part of my life. So it's kind of hard to separate them, because what happens in my life is most of the time very music oriented. So they've kind of gone hand in hand of like personal and passion, as you say, because they're kind of the same thing for me, because everything that I do, like I'm doing, is usually has to do with music, because of that man over there.
Right there.
And that guy.
No, that guy.
And the other guy.
Am I the other guy? I can't
Yes,
tell.
you are the other guy.
Yeah.
It's always kind of just been one thing, and I've always liked doing it. So it's always been something I've wanted to do, and it's always been something I have done for pretty much my whole life.
Right.
From the first guitar you broke.
Yeah.
Yes.
He broke a guitar?
Yeah, I bought him the cheapo first act.
Oh, I
Mhm.
remember.
I used that thing like a sword.
Yes. And it was like smashed.
Just
Wow.
completely.
It was cheap though.
It
It
was,
was fine.
it was
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
It's from Walmart.
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's-
I mean, let's be honest. Who hasn't around us haven't wanted to smash a guitar before? Maddie, I'm looking at you. Awesome. Well, thank you for
Well,
that,
if we
Jack.
get a lot more money, it's fine.
Mhm.
Awesome. Jake,
Mhm.
you're one of my regulars. What's up? How you doing?
Good, doing good. So how music ties in from as a passion to my regular life. I always listen to music literally every single day in the shower, in the car, and it's really nice to write these songs because it's a mode of self-expression. And I always relate music to life, because everything can be written about. Everything you do can be just like your whole life can be a song. You can bundle that up into a 3-minute song, and that's what really interests me. But in terms of how I write songs, it's just kind of like going with the flow and just living,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I wanna get picky with you particularly.
Okay.
Earlier you mentioned that you were at the start of the pandemic, back when everyone the arts was really starting to die down. You took a step and provided a platform for other artists.
Mhm.
When that started to die down, you noticed the activity was starting to die down. Everyone was really just taking in the pandemic at the time. That's when everything started to reach its peak.
Mhm.
You made the choice to go traveling.
Yeah.
That's my for me, my choice is when I'm not working, I'm sleeping. So
Yeah.
where did that the idea for traveling come from? Where did that inspiration come from?
Well, it started with the pandemic. When everything closed down, you were forced to stay at home, and kind of like, I just had that little rebel in me to I need to get out of here. I'm sure everybody wanted to go out, but but most people stayed in. But because everyone was staying inside, no one was traveling. All the tickets were cheap, and though most countries were closed, some were open if you had your vaccination and a COVID test before. But flying over to Europe was like under 1,000 round trip flying to Kenya, Africa was only $800 round trip.
You kidding me?
And yeah, it's insane. And you're traveling halfway across the world. And, I took the opportunity to take advantage of the value cut or something. And
I also know you also had a little bit of a passion for airplanes and such as well. And so that did that help you, in terms of making your choice of what you wanted to do next?
yeah, I love flying. And yeah, that's one of my songs called Flying.
I see what you did there. Nice.
And yeah, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a pilot. I got my pilot's license at 17, and I fly as a hobby. But airplanes always impress me on how a multi-ton tube goes up into the air, 35,000 feet, and just goes.
And just doesn't.
In like 5 hours, you
fly.
can be in a completely different area.
Yeah.
Like, or even 2 hours.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Jake.
Mhm.
Brian, hi.
Yes.
So for you're more of the mentor of the house. You're not only just a father, you're the mentor, you're the teacher. Your impact on the youth is, something that you've also kind of inspired me as well, in terms of mentoring others as well. Where did this passion come from you, and how does that tie into your passion for music as well?
So growing up, I wanted to be in a band. I actually quit my formal piano lessons to be in a band. I grew a mullet when I was a kid, and
We have to see
it
a
was
photo.
of the
Wow.
style.
I'm not surprised.
Back
We have
then.
a we have we do have a
Yeah.
photo somewhere.
I have to see this.
Anyways, I actually got into doing some recording, and I got kind of frustrated with the performance aspect of music and just the people that were involved in it. And so I really did decide to quit music at that time. And I had experience in college. When I went away to college, I left all my instruments back at home. Coincidentally, they were stolen because when I went to college, where my mom and dad had lived in Sacramento, California, was one of the worst places on the planet to live. So I lost my instruments in that way. And but when I went to school, some of my friends I befriended wanted to make a band, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. And so they invited me to the coffee shop they were playing at, and I listened to them play, and I was just like, it's horrible, like absolutely horrible. They really did not know how to play anything. And I remember going up and listening to them play, and they're writing their own stuff. I took the guitar and I said, it really has to be done like this. And I played it for them, and they're like, they're like, how did you know? I said, I'm actually a musician.
Secret identity has been exposed.
And one of my friends went to the professor for the college there that was directing the band there and told him about me, and he called me up on purpose and said, hey, you need to be playing.
So your teacher made you too?
They did. I actually did not go to school for music, and he said, you have to do this, and there's a reason why you have this ability. And so he sat me down and said, you got to play music. And actually I realized at that point it wasn't just about playing the music or getting frustrated with people and whatnot. It was actually that I had a passion to show people how to do it.
Yeah.
And I started teaching that way. Anyways, I've always tried to endeavor, no matter what. And I never liked the attitude about musicians trying to impress each other with how good they could play. And it kind of does bug me. I really think music is about togetherness type of thing. I had a student a while back told me when you came to my house, I introduced music to my family. And I think it's a place where people can come together and learn how to do it. I really think it's a human thing, so anybody can learn to do it. It just happens to be hard to learn to do it.
Right.
It's not something that some people say, well, it comes naturally to that person to play. Well, actually, music never came naturally to me. It is literally because my mom made me take 8 years piano lessons when I was a kid. I was taught how to do it. And I discovered I could teach anybody how to do this. It does not matter who it is. And for a long time, because I was a pastor of a church, if I needed a musician, I just grab somebody. Say, you're going to play the drums. And they're like, what? No, you're going to play the drums. Just watch me, and I'll tell you what to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And, there's just so many levels to that, and I really wish we had the time to, dive in deep. But I want to thank you for that, Brian, of course. So, Zeke,
Yes.
back to you.
Song.
We played that one.
Oh, I see what I did there. You see, I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
Clip it.
So for you, Zeke, you mentioned this aspect of collaboration, and you have a really strong technical skill that I've noticed. Hearing you play the past couple of years, I can really tell that you sound like you know what you're doing. I hope that's true.
I like to think I do.
Yes, he does.
And so I just want to, step back from the music for a little bit. Just want to ask, when it comes to, during the pandemic, there probably wasn't that many opportunities while you still found. But was there anything that this, pandemic-wise affected your, passion and everything on top of not being able to play with a live band? And, how did that really impact you?
I think because the pandemic was kind of it was a tough time for everybody, but I sort of went into a lull at that point in time because I was sort of opening up a lot more. I was a lot more social at the time. But sort of musically, I was always playing music, but I was never really listening to music. When my dad taught me, I didn't really listen to music. I just sort of played it. It was just sort of a part of a thing that my dad did.
So with him,
Yeah.
I'd say, here's the song.
Yeah.
You're going to play it tomorrow in front of everybody.
So I kind of skipped all that part of like, I want to be a musician. I want to play in front of people. Like I just play in front of people. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It was really awesome.
But like during that time, I kind of found this sort of love for listening to music, and I got really into different bands and such, and I just didn't do that before. And it kind of, I think it sort of led me to become a better musician because now I have something to sort of think about. I have something that I'm kind of trying to that I'm analyzing and trying to maybe not become, but like be more like.
Right.
And
right.
It sort of made me think about my own playing and like how I can be better because I have sort of this counterpoint that I can compare myself to.
Yeah, man. I really wish we had the time to really dive into all that.
Can I share a
Yeah,
story?
go ahead.
So I remember, you guys know Taylor.
Taylor Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him.
And I remember Zeke was really nervous to play in front of him. And I said, Zeke, you don't have to be nervous in front of him. I know he's a good drummer, but man, you're just as good. But I think, too, for Zeke, he had a little nervousness because he didn't know all the different stuff. But as he's listening to different bands and whatnot, he has this access point to really delve into bringing that out. But he's a master on drums.
Absolutely. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all again for giving us all of this, sharing your passion. Right before we wrap up the show with our last song, folks, we are going to try and aim to get the band back in here once a month from now on. Depending on how well it goes, we might try and aim for more. So look forward. We're going to keep diving deep with everyone, talking more about the passion and personal lifestyles. I'm really excited for this last song, Hopeful Nomads. This is regular here on the whenever we have Jake on the show, and you know it's I'm going to tell you it's a completely different experience just having a band here now with us. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's check it out, and then we'll wrap up for the night.
Don't wanna go home no more. Its sweetness gone away. I can make any place my home and change myself right in the bone, right in the bone. Oh, keep it simple. Less is more. Hopeful nomads, soldier on. Carry your wisdom under the skin of your palm. Someday the world will open her arms, in her arms, in her arms. Under the stars we once were from, someday we'll be up in the heavens. Mark my words, engraved in stone. We early birds, we bust out the horns, we bust out the horns. Oh, keep it simple. Less is more. Hopeful nomads, soldier on. Carry your wisdom under the skin of your palm. Someday the world will open her arms, in her arms, in her arms. No, 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 no. No, I won't give up. I won't give up. No, 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 no. No, we won't. We won't give up. We won't give up. Hopeful nomads, soldier on. Carry your wisdom under the skin of your palm. Someday the world will open her arms, in her arms, in her arms. Hopeful nomad, soldier on. Carry your wisdom under the skin of your palm. Someday the world will open her arms, in her arms, in her arms.
Yo. Yo. I was over here just jamming out, man. Thank God y'all don't see me.
I wanted to see you.
Awesome. Well, that about does it, folks. Round of applause, everyone. Amazing job. First stream back after a fat second. Thank you all again for joining us. Thank you, the Goin Band. Thank you, Jake.
Is that their name?
I think so.
Yeah, we like kind of preemptively just like gave y'all a name, by the way.
Goin Fan Band.
Goin Band.
I like that.
Works.
Any last goodbyes for the audience at home?
Bye.
We
Love
love
that.
you all.
Bye-bye.
Wonderful.
This is great.
This is
BrianGoins.com.
amazing.
Sign up for piano
Awesome.
lessons.
Right
Always
before,
be plugging.
actually, here while I do the exit, can I get a little bit of something?
Oh, sure.
Let's do the
Yeah.
thing.
We're doing the thing again?
Yeah.
What
We
thing?
could do,
Oh, it's
we
gonna be
could
so
do
good.
Blues and G.
Blues and G,
Blues
okay.
and G, okay.
Just 12 bar blues?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead out.
Go ahead. Woo! Thank you all again for tuning in to Studio Sesh. Episode 5 just about wraps it up. Coming up soon at SkyLit, we got our educational programs, Backstage Bridges. We'll be teaching about backstage production. Next week, we're going to have another artist join us in the studio. Make sure y'all tune in Friday, this time, Pacific Standard Time. I'll get it right. Anyway, thank you all again for tuning in. I'm going to let the band jam out for a little bit before I let them go out.